Hello and welcome back to Old School Modeler. My name is Nick. So today is going to be some entry videos into some group builds that I'm looking into joining. Do something a little bit different. Instead of doing, 5 videos of entry videos, I'm going to just do one, and I'll tag everybody who's hosting down below. So first off, we have Jason over at Blue Rocks Model Shop. He has the Street Machine group build going on right now, and this is my entry for that. This is the AMT 66 Chevelle SS. This was originally a Lindbergh kit, and you can only build it stock with the hubcaps, and there's a couple different steering wheels, but there ain't much to it. So it's obviously unstarted. I'm not going to be using those hubcaps because those are pretty ugly in my opinion. So what I am going to be running, get these out, are these Keystone Classics. And these are the tires out of this kit. And these Keystone Classics are out of this kit right there. The 68 Challenge Dodge Charger RT Special Edition by Revell. So these are the front wheels. If you know that kit, the front wheels are smaller than the rear wheels, so these are like 14s. I'm guessing, and then the rear wheels are like 15s with the slicks. So I had to rob the two fronts out of one kit, and then the two fronts out of another kit. So I have a matching set. They're not going to be staggered. They're not going to be big and littles. They're just going to be same size all the way around. And I might get a little crazy here, and I might put a tunnel ram on it, because this is a big block, 396. So I might top it off with a tunnel ram. We'll see if this fits, because this is an AMT out of the 67 Per Street. So we might do that. Or if the intake doesn't fit, I may put the whole engine in there. So we'll see about that. So that's my entry into the Street Machine group build. And I'm going to paint it red, but it's going to be a metallic red. It is going to be this TS95 pure metallic red. It's just going to be a gray base and then this over top. I haven't done that before. I've done a gold base with this, and I've done a black base. So I'm going to just do the gray primer. I haven't done that yet. You can kind of see it has a little bit of like a pink pearl to it. So we'll see how that turns out. Next entry is Joe over at Big Sky Model Workshop, and I don't have her shop card, but Tiffany over at Dirt Road Cinderella has a group build called Glory Days group build, and this is my entry for that. I'm going to build the AMT 41 Plymouth. Since this kit doesn't have really good wheels, it just has these hubcaps. Definitely not going to be using those. You can see it's unstarted, but I opened a couple bags. So this is cut these off, cut those off. This kit does come with a V8. I may run this V8, or I may put a 426 Hemi in it. I'm not sure yet. But I do have these tires. These are the same Keystone Classics. But these are the rears with the slicks. You can see there's a size difference. So these are like 14s and these are like 15s. So this is how this is going to look. I may have to radius this bubble fender, which I really like that look, depending on how this mounts. It may tuck in here, or it may just poke just a little bit. I prefer it to poke a little bit. I think that's a really cool look. Radiusing that out would be real cool. I'm not sure where the ride height's going to be. It may be, I want it to sit up, kind of like a gasser. I'm not sure. I don't have a straight axle for this or anything, so it's just going to be the coil spring suspension. I may raise it to be a gasser. We'll see how that goes. So that's my entry into the Glory Days group build. Next up, no, I'm not building two of these. I may combine this with Mars Garage Rust Bucket group build. Do like patina, surface rust, stuff like that. So I may combine this with the Glory Days group build. So 2 group builds for 1, 2 for 1. I may do that. So now the next one. We have the beard guy, Jeff Wallace. He's hosting a gasser / street freak group build. This is the only gasser I have. The 55 Bel Air Street Machine 2-in-1. Going to be building this for my dad because this is his Father's Day present. And we're kind of thinking going like this, with the blue and the black, and then the under pressure, the slicks. But he wants the aluminum slots all the way around. So we'll see if those fit the slicks. And then he wants the dumps. So that's how we're going to build that. It's not going to be this blue. It's going to be a little different. I think it may be the same blue. I'm not sure. But that's basically how it's going to look, but just with these wheels, aluminum slots. So that's the entry for the gasser / street freak group build. Pat over at Card Scale Dreams, he's hosting a off-road group build. This is a maybe. I'm not too sure, and maybe a next year build, but you're probably thinking that's not off road. Well, that is General Mayhem. If you know the show Roadkill, that's no longer around. They still got some episodes left, but in the beginnings of Roadkill, there was a '68 Charger, and they named it General Mayhem. So that might be a candidate for the off-road group build, but I'm not sure. Like I said, this is a maybe. This is maybe next year, or I don't enter this into the off-road group build. But this is a maybe. That if you watch that show, General Mayhem goes off-road quite often, so that's a maybe. One more group build I'm interested in. It's the channel is I Need My Garage Time. I don't have I don't have his shop card, but his group build is the 50s and 60s on Steely's group build. And I was thinking, oh, that's pretty cool. And I was thinking, what can I build that's a 50s or 60s car or truck that's on Steely's? And I looked at my two hot rods. I was like, no, that wouldn't qualify. It's a 29 and a 30. And I got to thinking, no, you're not seeing double. This is another kit. Or you are seeing double. I was thinking doing the Bullet Charger from the movie Bullet, the bad guy Charger. It's triple black, black interior, black paint, black vinyl top, black steely wheels, but it has the hubcaps. But the only problem is with this kit, as I got written down, Bullet Charger needs windshield and hubcaps. So the hubcaps don't come in this kit. You have to get them from somebody else. I'm trying to think. The Fireball Model Works, I believe he has the hubcaps. But you may say windshield. Well, unfortunately, I opened this kit. It was a brand new kit, brand new sealed kit. You see there's a big circle right in the middle of the windshield. So that's unfortunate. It needs a windshield. The back glass is perfect, but this one has a big circle in it. So I may have to contact Revell on that. I've never had any issues with Revell until now. So I'm going to have to contact them, see if I can get a windshield. Maybe, maybe not. This kit, I think it's being discontinued. I'm not sure. That's why I got a bunch of them. So that's unfortunate. These are the tires. It had white wall tires. But if you pay close attention, when it pulls up and it has like a low shot, you can see it has a triple white wall tire. But you wouldn't see that unless you see it up close. So these are the tires on Steely's. So that's a potential candidate for that group build. I have plenty of time on it. So yeah. So how I go about group builds. Once they get announced, I write them down if I'm interested, and potentially if I have a kit suitable for the group build rules. There is another candidate for this group build, and that's this one, the truck. So the truck has steelies in it, so I could run those. So that's a potential candidate. This is a more potential candidate than the Charger, because I need the hubcaps and the windshield for the Charger. So that may be a better candidate for that. So like I said, I write the group builds down, the ones that I'm interested in. You can see the Psychedelic 60s group build is done. I got that one done. Obviously the U-Stack build was done first. Y'all for a group build, I write the dates down. Street Machine group build, Rust Bucket group build, Glory Days group build, Gasser and Street Freak, and the 50s and 60s on Steelies. So I have plenty of time on this one. And this one's December 1st, November 1st, October 31st. So I'm probably going to focus on these two. And like I said, I may combine the two, which would be, it would be cool. Have a Glory Days drag car, and then have it rusty, because that's the way race cars used to be, and you still see them nowadays. But combine those two, that would be pretty cool. So, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Sorry for taking all this time to explain everything and all these group builds and everything, but I thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and give me a like, comment, subscribe, do what you want, and build that model your way. Have a great night.